The Legend of Banyuwangi. Once upon a time in Sindureja Kingdom, King Sidareja was talking to his vice regent. His name was Patih Sidapaksa. The king asked Patih Sidapaksa to give him the flesh of a young deer. Patih Sidapaksa took the mission. When he arrived in the jungle, he saw a young deer. He pointed his arrow to the deer. Unfortunately, he missed the target. He ran after the deer. He was running and running until he arrived at a hut. Patih Sidapaksa knocked the door. A young and beautiful girl opened the door. She was very beautiful. Patih Sidapaksa fell in love at the first sight.
How can I help you, sir?
Asked the girl. I'm looking for a young deer. Patih Sidapaksa was speechless.
You can find a lot of deer in the jungle, but it's already late and it will be dark soon. You can continue hunting tomorrow morning. You can come and spend the night here. Both my father and I are very happy to welcome you.
Said the girl. Patih Sidapaksa accepted the offer. He introduced himself. The girl's name was Sri Tanjung and her father's name was Kibuyut. In the morning, Patih Sidapaksa continued his hunting, and after he got a young deer, he returned to the hut. He came back because he wanted to marry Sri Tanjung. Luckily, Sri Tanjung also loved him. Later, Patih Sidapaksa asked them to join him to the palace. The king was very happy Patih Sidapaksa brought him a young deer. However, he was also amazed by the beauty of Sri Tanjung. The king also fell in love with her. The king had a bad plan. He wanted to marry Sri Tanjung, so he gave Patih Sidapaksa a very difficult mission. The king asked Patih Sidapaksa to give him 3 golden rings from Indran Kingdom. Patih Sidapaksa knew the mission was more difficult than hunting a young deer. Indran Kingdom was not an ordinary kingdom. It was a kingdom of criminals. No one ever came back after going there. However, he still accepted the mission, and before he left, he asked Sri Tanjung to wait for him.
After Patih Sidapaksa left, the king approached Sri Tanjung. He proposed Sri Tanjung to marry him. He promised Sri Tanjung to be a queen. She did not accept the proposal. She loved Patih Sidapaksa and she already promised to wait for him. The king was angry and put her in the jail. Luckily, Patih Sidapaksa got to the mission and come back to the place. Suddenly, he could not meet Sri Tanjung. The king lied. He said Sri Tanjung was in the jail because he asked the king to marry her. The king said Sri Tanjung wanted to be a queen. At first, Patih Sidapaksa believed the king, but Sri Tanjung then said, "Throw me to the river. If the river smells good, it means I'm innocent. However, if the river smells bad, then the king is lying," said Sri Tanjung. Patih Sidapaksa then threw her into the river. Amazingly, the river smells good. Patih Sidapaksa was very sorry. Sri Tanjung died. He recanted not to believe her.